Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're here, thank you. It's a Saturday morning. I guess there wasn't a Bloodstone beast. I don't remember if we... I don't think we went up there because we couldn't. I think we did go down. Yeah, we went down here. And I think there's another pathway under this. But I think we also went there. And I think we're just heading back to find a way up. Oh, and this is probably it right here. Wow. Oh, huh. Cursed Adept Damp Blood Gem. 6. I think it's this one. Blunt attack up, weapon durability down. That might be good for... I mean, it could be good for the axe. It probably will be good for the Amygdalin arm. Before I go in there, I want to just sweep all the way around. Okay. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to be that great. The gem we just got. All right. Ooh. God damn it! I forgot I'm in a cursed dungeon. I forgot. I'm in an FRC dungeon, specifically. I tried something new today. I accidentally ordered a second round of the damn overnight oats shit that I ordered. Is this open? Diary? No, I did not open it. It's probably what we're going to be doing. Oh, Codito, what's up? Yeah. I wasn't ready for the damage that it was going to do. Well, once again, health bar cut in half, but, you know. Yeah. Well, welcome to the stream, though. Thanks for stopping by. This time, we will be better. There we go. I think at the beginning of this dungeon we had one of them as a boss, and I just chain backstabbed it over and over again. It's kind of funny. Great, now we've got all the noise back. Okay, that's probably gonna be the one we have to go through that leads towards the switch, if this even is a real floor and not a side dungeon. Anyway, I was saying something about my coffee as well that I forgot to continue talking about. Try something new. I have that. I accidentally let my account continue its subscription to the overnight oats that I got, you know, like a month back when I started my Demon Souls playthrough, and you know, So I bought milk to put in them because it says, you know, milk or a milk substitute, never water. Not sure why water is bad for it, but they say, you know, they're the experts and they say not to use water, so we're not using water. And, you know, I got pretty burnt out after 16 straight days or so of eating that oatmeal. It was cool and fun while it lasted. I mean, in the beginning. But, you know, I had some retry flavors, like some second goes at flavors, and it wasn't as exciting because it wasn't a new flavor. You know, and at the end of the day, I got burnt out. God damn it. So now I've got the second box, and oh, what was that? I didn't even see. God damn it. I didn't expect one of them to drop one. Okay. So now I have 15 and a half of these oatmeal packets and a half a jug of milk. You know, the milk's past expiration date now. It still tastes fine. So I was like, fuck it, what if I just try, because I also bought some caramel syrup, salted caramel syrup for, you know, coffee. Oh, I fucking ran out of knives. Curse fire, it was a fire damp. Thank you for, okay, cool, I didn't disturb the beast. You bitch. You get back here. You get over here. Okay. Well, if it's a fire damp, then we're not gonna be using it. But yeah, thank you, Codito. That was very helpful. Ooh, that could have been bad. Ooh, ooh. I've had this kind of guy one-shot me enough times in this cursed dungeon to know that he can one-shot me. Although Cursed Fire Damp 5, it's even a 5 as well. Kind of do want to look at it regardless. Okay, so it's one of these. It's probably this one because I got rid of all the HP depletes ones last stream. Because the HP deplete ones are obviously useless. I mean, like, you know, I maybe could throw one of them on and just, you know, it's like Chicago, you know, but nah. Okay, we should heal just in case. This is a cursed dungeon. Oh, alright, give it a second because it's definitely not going to activate. Okay, this is going to be boss. Probably, I think this is the last. This has to be the last boss of the dungeon. I probably need to go repair my weapon, so that's what we're gonna do. And spend these, even though at this point we're what's the word? Was stocked up on like everything. Oh, there was a point to the story that I was telling. So I put milk in it, and I was like, I bet you this syrup is probably going to be sugary enough. Oh yeah, it was about to break. For the milk, so I just put the milk in like same amount of creamer that I would normally put in. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna be using up a lot of stamina if I do that. I think this is the one we got earlier that I said might not be too great with the blunt damage. Oh. Well, that's definitely better. Just every single one of my gems brings down my stamina, or brings up my stamina cost right now. I think it's just better if we switch to this one. We'll get rid of the weapon durability though, thank God. And then the axe can get this one. Get thee gone. Okay, Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Right. Let's restock. Well, we could just buy. Yeah. We are full up. What's a thing we could buy? Actually, I think I already have one of those. Maybe not. I swear I picked it up in the DLC, didn't I? Whatever. Yeah, wow. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Did I finish? It's not sweet enough, so I had to add creamer anyway. Holy crap, dude. The coffee, the syrup, and the milk, it's not sweet enough. I had to power through the first couple sips testing it. I was like, oh, this is not good. So I just added creamer anyway. It's not as much creamer, but there's still so much syrup in there now. I probably matched or doubled the sugar content. But whatever, it's caffeine, and it still tastes fine. It's good. It's not bad. It's just probably bad for me, like way more bad than usual. Ah, God. Oh no! It's fine. She's gonna be like right here. Right? Yeah. Cursed dungeon. Can't forget. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody die. Okay. Yeah, it's not Quicksilver bullets that we need. Now it's vials. All right. That was the immediate door open. As we go up here or over here. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I had no fucking stamina left. Aha! You should never two-hand the Rider Palash for not the Rider Palash. Wow, the Chicago. When your opponent is that low, I feel like, because you can parry their healing attempt. And if you're... I guess you should be more... If you're going to two-hand the Chicago, you need to not be passive. You need to, like, be in their face. Otherwise, they're just going to wait till you swing the one time you're going to swing and then heal. Okay. That... I don't want to open it just yet. Downstairs probably leads to that, like the other downstairs that I passed up earlier. Probably leads to that. We are already kind of low on flasks. Man, I hate when my coffee tastes bitter. I know it's supposed to be like that, but I like my coffee sweet. I like sweet coffee. I used to, when I was younger, I actually used to prefer my coffee to just taste like liquid cake. Because I grew up in a household where my stepmother made very, very sweet coffee, and I just got used to it. And obviously I was a kid, so, you know, or a young person. And, and, my, you know, the way things... sweetness didn't bother me so much. It still doesn't bother me very much. I still like pretty sweet coffee. But I've started to put less because I've learned to enjoy the bitterness of coffee, not like straight up black coffee or like mostly dark coffee. I still get medium blend. Oh, great. Okay, well, whatever. Shit. Shit, I'm so fucking worried. There we go. So yeah, I don't drink dark or black coffee, but I don't make it as sweet as I used to. Cursed Tempering Damp 6. Cursed Tempering Damp 6. Oh, I think it's this one, and that makes it useless. I think it's probably useless. I don't know if the 20%, 25% would outdo the 8% down, but that's all attack, right? So yeah, that makes it. I think that makes it useless. Might be this one. No, it's Cursed Adept. Well, we learned recently that these guys can drop good gems too, so kill everybody. Lost Burial Blade. Oh shit. I got the Burial Blade. Interesting. Okay. I think that's it because this was a side dungeon. Yeah, my cousin drinks black coffee, and I will never... Like, he always gives me shit for not drinking it black. I think he might put a little sugar in it, but he doesn't put any cream. God, it is warm in here. I did not realize my shit was gonna... I'm gonna go restock, and kind of want to take a look at the Burial Blade too. You know what? We haven't killed you yet. Let's see if you drop a good gem. You don't drop anything except echoes. Fuck you. Okay. Oh, shit, I wonder if I could even hold the Burial Blade. That's the weird thing about Bloodborne is it's the only game in the series, I think, that if you can't wield a weapon, you literally can't wield a weapon. Whoops. See, like, I can't wield these. I bought them. I can't wield them. Cannot equip an item's attribute requirements not met. Hello? Where is the Burial Blade? Oh, nope. There it is. Ah, cool, I can wield it. Oh, that's weird. That's a very abrupt side slash. Ooh, that is slow. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, there's just something so badass about the way that that animation looks. Like you're letting it rip. That's cool. So you can go defeat the person who wields this. I still feel like I need to not spoil it just in case someone who's watching this eventually doesn't know who the last boss is who wields the Burial Blade. Right, we probably don't need to repair our weapons. It looks cool. It's kind of slow. Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. It could be faster. I definitely don't think I'm going to use it on this character. It's also skill-based, so probably not going to... It just wouldn't be optimal for this build at all. We're still trying to get the saw spear to +9, so we're not going to spend any chunks. Oh, I never re-equipped the knives, but that's okay. I don't need to. Okay. I'm gonna warp back and then I'm gonna turn my heater down. Be right back. It's ridiculously warm in here right now. Like uncomfortably stuffy. Wow, he really does not aggro. Unless you, Alright. Just in case it's that fucking asshole bloodletting beast or whatever it's called. No. No. What the fuck? Huh? Oh my god, what the shit? Well, I mean, at least he doesn't have the shodels, but what the fuck? I'm so used to him having the shodels. That is not what I was expecting even a little bit. I mean, it's definitely going to be an annoying boss, I feel like. But it's a brand new boss. I mean, it's the same character model, but they've made him, like, older and feeble. So they're more likely to use magic, it seems, than straight up force. Ow. Oh, it takes your lock off. Ah. Oh my god, oh my god. Alright, I just don't know his moveset. Oh my god, the crossbow is gonna be annoying. Ugh. Alright, just gotta get used to dodging that crossbow. Ooh. I wonder. Oh, there we go. It's poisoned. Aha. Okay. This is definitely doable. Uh-oh. Ah, okay. Kind of worried. Oh! Okay. Damn, that's unfortunate. Good thing I know they could be poisoned now, though. That's good. Yeah, at least he's not tanky. See, the biggest thing about the other version of this boss is that he's got hyper armor for days. You can stagger him, just not super effectively, and trading with him is impossible. You pretty much need to not trade with them. So you kind of have to get good at parrying. This guy, I don't need to get good at parrying. Let's just look and see what kind of things I could do. It's pretty much just the knives and Molotovs, maybe. Ow, what the hell? That shit hit me. That was 4. All right. So I think it's 4. Shit. Ah. Okay, it's fine. I'm just learning his moveset. It's okay. I need water. I really wish items restocked on respawn like they do for, I think, pretty much every other game in the Souls series. Unless they didn't do it in Demon Souls original and it's only a remake thing. Oh crap. They even did it in Demon Souls. Alright, there is no reason for you to be teleporting that much. Oh my god. Shit! Alright. I think it might be 5 knives. Which means that after this attempt we're, well, no, we should go restock, because we're gonna want to poison him as many times as we can. Jesus. Okay. Okay, that was 4. Shit. I knew it. Damn it! I wasn't motherfucking one shot. Who's making all that noise? Wasn't sure if it was going to go through or not. Oh my god. He opens with weird shit sometimes. I was expecting the spear, and typically if I just charge in with the spear, he misses me. But he did the scythe that time. I'm gonna try the axe. Motherfucker. He always does the fucking slam after the two swipes, or the stab swipe. Stab, swipe, slam. I knew he was going to do it. I just didn't prepare mentally for it. Like I thought he wouldn't turn around, but I did a dumb... Are you fucking serious? That's so inconsistent. Okay. I fucking... Ugh. He has such a variety of attacks that it's hard to tell which ones he's going to throw out. Why did curse have to cut your health in half? Or why do they have to have a cursed version of dungeons? Why can't there just be fetid and rotted? Or a third non-cursed kind? Or like, why can't curse just do something different? Why does it have to be half health? And half healing? Fucking... I hate that crossbow so much. And I get one shot. Good God. I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe I just need to wail on him. Let's just try to wail on him. You know? Haven't really tried the wailing on him approach yet. And that's the whole reason I switched to the axe. The teleport shit. God damn it. Ooh, the fucking... The goddamn... Okay, I could be really lame, maybe, and poison him and just try to, because from what I saw already, right, he's got one long range move where he stabs a spear in the ground and it makes a fire spear shoot up out of the ground at your position, right? So unless he has more than that and I get surprised by it, I should be able to just poison him to death. And I'm not above that. Now, it won't be the most, it won't be super enjoyable to watch me do that, but would it be super enjoyable to watch me fight him for 2 more hours? I don't know. I think it's a trade-off we have to consider. Yeah, he hates that. Uh-huh. Ow. Jerk. Ow. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. I don't think he's still... Okay. Damn it. Ah, the fucking... Okay, so if he swipes the spear sideways... Yeah, okay. There it is. See, it was a little more than just running around and poisoning him. Cursed, cold, damp blood, 6. Cursed, damp, cold, 6. Cursed, damp, cold. Or cursed, cold, damp. Sorry. Arcane scaling, that's pretty high. Add physical attack. Yeah, I don't know. Blood rock, though. We need blood rock. And that is the end of the dungeon. So now we go do a different dungeon entirely. Who knows what kind of dungeon we'll do. What I do know is that I'm going to buy more poison knives. And more bull paper. You know, I like being able to pick up blood vials and quicksilver bullets when they drop, so we're going to leave that. Weapon probably doesn't need to be repaired, but we'll try. And we'll do it anyway. also don't think any of the blood gems we got are better. Okay. It's crazy to me that this cursed tempering damp drop blood gem whatever is still the best triangle gem we have, at least for this specific build. This thing remains so good for so long. It's crazy. All right. Alright, let's look at the types of chalices that we can do. So, I also got to get my list of already completed dungeons out. Okay. We just did the Sinister Lower Lorraine route, right? That's what we did. No, we couldn't have done the Sinister Lower Lorraine. What we did was the Thumaru Ill. I'm pretty sure we did the Thumaru Ill just now. Right? Yeah, Curse Thumaru Ill. This is the one with Yarnum. This is the one we just did. Yeah, root. Okay. Inflicted organ. We still need inflicted organ to do that one. Sage's hair. We need Sage's hair to do this one. Sage's hair to do that one. Alright, hold on. We did the Great Is and the Sinister Is, but we have not done the Is route. Sage's hair. Inflicted organ. Alright, so I'm looking up where I can get it. Hello? Click the link. Jeez. Okay. Can be found from Inside Bath Messengers in New Game Plus. Chalice Dungeons, Nightmare of Mensis. Found inside a chest right before. Yeah, I've probably already gotten that. So yeah, which Chalice dungeon? Is there just not a specific Chalice dungeon that Inflicted Organ is part of? Damn, the best way to get the things we need for FRC dungeons is to go to goddamn New Game Plus. Okay, well, about Sage's hair. Can be bought. Yeah, New Game Plus. Drop from Labyrinth, Sages, and high-level Chalice dungeons. 6 can be found in a treasure chest on layer 3 of the Great Is. God damn it. How much is doing the Great Is gonna cost? Just some ritual bloods. Pearl slugs. Well, we have 45 ritual blood 5s. Okay, what about pearl slugs? 13 pearls. Sorry, 12 pearl slug. Ugh, 12 pearl slugs. I think I can buy pearl slugs too. We might be running through the Great Is on stream again. I hate to say it, but we will. If we're not doing the Great Is on stream, we're going to be doing these. I mean, we haven't done them yet, but they'll be so easy. That's the problem. This will be a breeze. And I don't think we're going to get any of this stuff. Plus, I need to spend 2 Sage's Wrists, I think, to do this one, unless I don't want to do the fetid version. Which, fuck, I might not do the fetid version. Yeah, I can buy pearl slugs. But, damn, dude. They do not make it easy to get the materials for this shit. And then I only can get tomb mold and ritual blood, right, from here. Different ritual bloods and different tomb molds. Fuck. Alright, what's this? Is gravestone? Is this just the regular is? Curse through Marion. Through Marion Hill. No, this is probably the sinister is. But whatever. Okay. We just won't do the fetid offering because I don't want to waste the Sage's Wrists. So yeah, it won't be worth it. If we get Sage's Wrists in here, it'll be hella worth, or any other of the fetid, rotted, cursed Sage's Harris and Bastards of Lorraine. I don't think we're gonna get any Bastards of Lorraine. Pretty much can't get those unless it's in a Loran dungeon. But yeah, this is about to be a breeze, unfortunately. Not saying I won't die, but the majority of enemies in here should just be one shot. Like that. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh. Who's throwing? Where are you? Where are you? Over there? Oh. Well, it doesn't matter because there's nothing in that fucking room, right? It's funny to me that they put a guy up there to throw shit that explodes, those canisters, but it looks like he pretty much can't throw in a way that will explode the canisters. Oh, dude, we're about to be full up on blood vials before we even spend any. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. Still not gonna spend any blood vials. Ow! Right in my fucking face. You guys are dicks. Is there really just enemies in here and that's it? Okay. There, now we're using blood vial. I forgot. Oh, Sage's Wrist. See? Well, look at that. I had a feeling. I got a feeling. Couldn't help it. all the OCD or ADHD or whatever in my brain was like, sing it. I forgot early depth side dungeons are really small and quick. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Everybody calm down. Acquire fire. Oh, it's fucking poison. Wow, make me get into the poison lake. Poison puddle to climb the ladder. Ah! Excuse me for the sniffles. These enemies are fucking wild, dude. I don't know how they animated them. Like, I feel like they're animated on 2s instead of 3s or something. To give them that, like, quick moving, unworldly vibe, you know? Make sure nothing's over here. That's definitely a boss. Not that it matters. Fuck it. Ooh. Ah. Why are you like that? I don't know why. Sorry, a sneeze came over me out of nowhere. I was about to say, I don't know why I was creeping up on those guys originally. Pretty cool enemy, all things considered. Sage's Wrist. That was kind of ineffective and unfortunate. Ah, Bloodstone chunk. That's a nice find. Alright, this is probably gonna be lining up with the beginning of the level again. Big beginning of the side dungeon, I mean. Yeah, this is just where the ladder led. Are you winning, son? Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm in a really easy dungeon because I'm trying to get more supplies for dungeons. So far we've got 2 Sage's Wrists, which is pretty lucrative. This is the Hintertomb, which I've heard Hintertomb at the end of the day is not very good for farming blood gems for some reason. Ah, look who it is. Okay. See what I meant by easy? Oh yeah, that's right. He's not going to drop. He's not going to drop on his body. Yeah, this dungeon is purely just in the hopes that we can get more supplies that we need, but also to give my, you know, it's we have to do these because they're part of the story dungeons. So, you know, what was that? Was that a blood rock or not a blood rock? Was that a chunk or a tempering stone? I looked away right as it came up. Why do they do that? I was wondering where that arrow was going to come from. I didn't realize there was a statue right ahead of me. I thought it was going to be an enemy trigger. Oh, papers, please. Welcome to the stream. Oh, God damn it! I stood in the puddle too long, looking at chat. I'm just gonna let it do damage to me. And then I'll just heal it. As we go. Okay. Yeah, welcome, papers, please. How are you? Sorry, I sneezed earlier and it made me like tear up a little bit, and the tearing up made I guess the whatever you call it, the eye stuff get kind of like in my eye. My family always called it sleep. Oh, more Sage's Wrist. We're getting so much Sage's Wrist in here. This is perfect. I mean, I don't know about perfect, because I think we needed the other one, Sage's hair, maybe. What did we want to do? What was it? Yeah, Sage's hair. We need a Sage's hair to do that one, and this one. So yeah, but we're stocking up on wrist. Can't remember if I picked that up or not. Little buddy couldn't even breathe. What are we talking about? Who couldn't breathe? Dude. Heater turned back on, and once again it is warm as fucking here. I turned it like 5 or 6 degrees down. Hey, which Souls game gave you your first PvP experience? I don't remember my exact first PvP experience in the sense that, like, the literal duel or invasion. It was probably a duel. But the game that I played first that I count as my original Souls PvP experience is Dark Souls 2. I played Dark Souls 1 first, but the PvP was so dead in that game at the time because they hadn't done the remaster yet. So the matchmaking was still shit, and the community was obviously moved on, and it was dead in Dark Souls 1. So while I may have dueled in that game first or got invaded in that game first, my first, like, I'm gonna try PvP and do it for more than one fight, was in Dark Souls 2. Which is ironic because that's the game that I like the least. And the only way I would ever really consider replaying it is as a milestone for 1,000 subscribers, or if they remade it and the game just got prettier. Oh, the boss. Yeah, okay, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, Dark Souls 2. I used the purple popsicle greatsword. I don't know what it's called. I forget. It's like it's like the black tomb greatsword or something, or the tomb black greatsword. It's the one I liked it because I watched a Praise the Sun weapon showcase, and he showed it off doing the obvious moveset that everyone would show it off with no matter what. Because it's the coolest part of the moveset, and when you're showing off an entire moveset, you're going to show that off. But it like slams twice. It has like a quick successive double slam where you like wheel it over your shoulder in like a sweeping motion or something to make it do like a parallel or a vertical double swipe back to back, and I just thought that was super dope. And at the time, I didn't dislike Dark Souls 2 as much as I do now because I didn't have the same frame of reference that I have now. Oh shit! Well, good thing I'm really healthy, and you'll do no damage to me. Why do I have to fall down? Okay. But yeah, Dark Souls 2. That was my main weapon. I think I used other great swords, but that was back when I was a duelist greatsword Chad. And I took that with me into Dark Souls 3. I have a video, actually. My first PvP video on Dark Souls 3 is me wielding the Black Knight greatsword. Ultra greatsword, I mean. And I just quickly dispatch a guy. And it was such a decisive win that I was like proud. I was like, holy shit, I embarrassed that guy. But there's no commentary on it, and I'm just wearing like really basic fashion, like fucking Nameless King fashion. Then for whatever reason, I got bored shortly after dueling in Dark Souls 3 for a little bit, and decided, I think I also started watching Peterson, and I got inspired to try Invasions. So I went to the Irithyll dungeons with Yorm's Great Cleaver and some Ninja Knight themed armor, and I tortured people for a while in the Irithyll dungeons. Honestly, invading in the Irithyll dungeons is maybe one of the worst things a person can do in Dark Souls 3. Anyway, where I think if I go this way and then I go down, we can get where I need to go. Yeah, okay. Anyway, brain hurt. Yeah, and then from that point on, I never looked back. I made a Bloodshade and became part of the Bloodshades Covenant, player Covenant, and then I made a Crusader and joined the Crusader Covenant, player Covenant, and PvP'd my life away. I've got so many Dark Souls 3 videos of me PvPing. Keeper of the Old Lords, why are you all the way down there? Good God. There it is. To this day, I think Dark Souls 2 is the best PvP with all the PvP dual-centric covenants. See, a lot of people say that. I mean, I know there's tech in Dark Souls 2. There's a lot of tech, quote unquote. I think part of that is just because the game is clunky, and that tech is a term that, in my opinion, that players use when there are bugs in the game that the developers either never fixed or decided to let it stay because it made things more interesting than what their original intent was, like wave dashing in Smash Brothers Melee. It was never intended, but it made things more interesting, and the developers just never patched it. And part of that, I think, is because Melee, I don't think, could be patched. I think you would have to buy a new edition that has a new, has that bug fixed. And no one was going to do that. But anyway, yeah, Dark Souls 2. Geez, stuff is just dying, huh? What's going on? But anyway, and also Dark Souls 2 has a lot of variety. But the problem with that is that variety doesn't mean quality, And to me, Dark Souls 2's quality is really bad. Okay. I mean, you're allowed to like Dark Souls 2. Everyone is. I'm not trying to convince people not to like it, but for me, it's just not. The quality is fairly bad. It's just an ugly game to me, and a remake would obviously douse that problem. Probably like a Blue Point Studios remake would douse that problem. But then at the end of the day, if they don't fix the fluidity of the movement and stuff, that game is always going to remain in last place for me because the movement is just so slow and clunky and just not for me. And if you stick around for my eventual Dark Souls 2 playthrough after 1,000 subscribers, you will be able to hear me in real time talk about these things slowly as they happen to me one by one. And really get to truly hear me talk about the reasons that I don't like Dark Souls 2 very much. I agree on that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Typically, Dark Souls 2 fanatics, or people that are like people that think Dark Souls 2 is the best PvP or the best game in general, are unwilling to listen to someone talk about the things that they don't like about it. They're like, oh, everyone's on the bandwagon, and I'm like, bro, I'm not on any bandwagon. The game just has a lot of things wrong with it. That I think it has the most things wrong with it compared to any other game. Now, as much as I love Bloodborne, I'm having so much fun with Bloodborne. I've said many times during my base playthrough and through this Chalice dungeon playthrough that Bloodborne has the second most things I would change about any Souls game. Dark Souls 2 is the one that I would change the most about. And then Dark Souls 3 is probably the one I would change the third most about. With Demon Souls being fourth, Sekiro being fifth, because I would want there to be multiple changes to the whole non-PvP thing. I really want there to be PvP. You know, once this is the beginning of the level, huh? This is where I came from. This is a really winding, weird dungeon. Anyway, so yeah, like, as much as I like all of the Souls games other than Dark Souls 2, there's still a lot of things I would change about them if I could. They're not all perfect. Dark Souls 1 is the closest to my personal perfection that any of the games have ever gotten. There's a couple things I would change about Dark Souls 1, but ultimately I would not change very much about it. I always look for the Heineken can on the poison pool textures. I had actually forgotten about that until recently. I watched a video, I think, of someone just like talking about, like, they were like in defense of Dark Souls 2, and then they just, you know, defended it and talked about the things they liked and stuff. And that's one of the things they showed was the Heineken can. But apparently in Scholar of the First Sin, they removed it. It's not there anymore. Is that it? Was it just her? And like maybe somebody that's on one of those? So yeah, while Dark Souls 2 was my first PvP experience, and you know, I have it to thank for getting me kind of like comfortable with fighting other people, because I dueled my friends a lot, and then we occasionally got invaded. And then that allowed me to get brave enough to duel on my own without friends in Dark Souls 3. And then between getting bored with duels and watching Peeves stream, I became an invader. And then, I mean, that's that. You know, there's no other. After I became a hardcore invader in Dark Souls 3, that was the end of that. Oops. Oh well. I stayed an invader, and I've been super hardcore ever since. I mean, I haven't invaded yet here in Bloodborne, but it's because I'm trying to get as good of a build as I possibly can before the beginning of Return to Yharnam, which is now in 9 days. So, yes, they did remove it, sadly, yeah. So I watched a video one time by this guy called Feeble King. He's called Feeble King because he plays level 1 Souls builds, and he does level 1 runs. So, you know, according to him, he's, you know, the king of level 1 runs, feeble characters, right? So he's Feeble King. And he made a video talking about how not good Dark Souls 2 is. And one of the things that he pointed out is that he thinks that that the team that was on Dark Souls 2 while Miyazaki was creating Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, until obviously the Dark Souls 2 DLC where Miyazaki came back and helped develop the DLCs. He thinks the team that was on it was primarily made up of former Kingsfield designers or game developers. Kingsfield was the game, if you don't know, you probably do, but if you don't know, and for anyone else who doesn't know, Kingsfield is the game that they made before Demon's Souls. Because they were making their own shit until one day someone approached them, Sony I think, approached them to create a game that would rival Bethesda and not Oblivion, maybe Oblivion? The Elder Scrolls series, that's what I'm trying to think of. And Kingsfield was less like Demon's Souls and Dark Souls in that the level design wasn't really that big of an aspect. Like they didn't really think too hard about level design when it came to that. They were more worried about just creating a somewhat difficult experience that was medieval, fantasy themed. And I wouldn't even say they were doing a good job of like making it fair. Jesus Christ. They were just making a difficult game. And a lot of them stayed on to help develop Demon's Souls and Dark Souls. But then when Dark Souls 2 came out, obviously, they needed people to do that while the main people that were focused on the Souls games worked on the more important titles that Miyazaki deemed, more of a priority, which is Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. And it shows, right? Because Bloodborne is more like Dark Souls 1 and Demon's Souls, especially Demon's Souls. And then Dark Souls 3 is more like, a mixture between Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne. Meanwhile, Dark Souls 2 is not only like, mechanically a way different game, but it's also a different game in almost every single aspect, except for the fact that you still have Estus flasks. You're still third person, and you're still swinging swords and using shields to parry and stuff. But that's where that ends, and the similarities stop. A lot of the spells aren't even the same spells or incantations. The sounds they make are different sounds. The animations are all different. Before I open that door, let me go down here and see what the hell's down here. In my opinion, it's all way uglier sounding. It sounds worse. It looks worse. It's just worse on all fronts. The only improvement that it really does is the variety of different covenants and weapons and stuff. But the thing that makes it more like a Kingsfield game, and why that guy said that he thinks that the team was made up mostly of Kingsfield developers, is because in Kingsfield they would one of their favorite things to do was make you walk into a room that you really couldn't see where all the enemies were hidden, and then all the enemies would pop out and gank you. And what happens in Dark Souls 2? A lot of times, and I mean a lot of times, you will enter an area, see 1 or 2 enemies, get baited into fighting them, and then you will get ganked from behind or from the sides by like 5 or 6 other enemies. One of the infamous ones being right before the Sentinels. Shit, I'm so stupid. Like, I saw it coming, but I didn't veer correctly. The Sentinels, where those knights come out of that little doorway after you unlock it, and you're just like, you know, being chased by like 6 to 8 knights, you know, until you kill them all. And it's right after, at least in Scholar of the First Sin, was the only one I've ever played. It's right after you fight 2 big behemoth enemies that are not very easy to kill in the first place. And I think right before that is the pursuer, like a mob pursuer, not a boss. Right, we went this way and there was a door. So anyway, now that that's all over, you haven't said anything. I thought maybe you had said something in chat by now. I was gonna finally respond. Oh, too bad I already killed the things that are down here. And even if I did, I'm pretty sure it was just one hollow through Marion, and that wouldn't have been very scary. Anyway, yeah, so Kingsfield is a less fair, less faithful Souls game, or it's a Kingsfield game with a Souls coat of paint. And I think that's the reason that it throws so many people like myself off the trail of enjoyment. Because it's just not the same, really not the same style of game. Hey, calm down. You're being real loud and obnoxious. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so... Wow, heavy damp blood gem droplet. Oh my god. It's just strength scaling. That makes sense, actually. Heavy damp. Yeah. Now, for a second, I thought we were getting a replacement finally for that other gem that I keep joking is still one of the best gems we have. I think I'm going to need to go to the FRC is to get a better triangle gem because we haven't really been getting any triangle gems at all in any of these dungeons. And I know that I remember the Is gave me a bunch of triangle gems. Where am I? Oh, okay, here. Okay, I think we're at the end here, but I don't remember these for whatever reason these dungeons have been so winding and very strange. Okay. Hello? Oh, there's a slime. There's a couple slimes. It's so satisfying to kill the slimes in one hit. Damn it. You bitch! Have an attack made so that I can't heavy attack you, because it'll stagger me before I'm done charging. Or at least charge up a heavy, full heavy. Excuse me. Anyway, shit, I might not have even gone up. Do we still have up left? We do. Oh my god. This is quite a long dungeon, it feels like. Okay. Okay, hug the wall, because if I fall through the floor, I'm gonna be mad. Can I dong it? I can. What does that do? Does it bring forth like a horde of enemies? Shit, I'm sorry. I meant to mute my mic, but I fucking... You know, that would be kind of cool. That reminds me of Sekiro. I don't know if anyone's played Sekiro in the chat, but I'm sure someone eventually will. Who's watching this? In Sekiro, there is a bell that you can ring, and it tells you, like, you know, hey, don't fucking ring this bell unless you really mean it, motherfucker. Basically, it's like, dude, I'm telling you, don't ring this bell. It'd be really bad if you rang this bell. And you know, I was worried about it for a long time, and it was letting me, like, it made my imagination run wild. I was like, dude, what if I ring the bell and like a demon dragon or something like comes down from the sky and basically makes it so that, like, everywhere I go I have this thing that could, you know, jump out of nowhere and kill me or something if it sees me. Like, I'm constantly going to be like under the watch of this, because I think part of what it said was that you know, it implied something would happen that would never be able to be undone, and what would happen is I don't know, like, it just felt, I think this is the beginning of the level, actually. I think it just made me think that something was going to get summoned that was going to make my life hell for the rest of the playthrough. And eventually I was like, dude, it's a Souls game. It's in the spirit of Souls. I need to activate this bell. So I did. And I was like, you know, like, here it comes. Here comes the thing, whatever it is. And all it does, and a lot of you probably already know, it just makes the game more difficult. It's like Calamete's Ring, but, like, you know, permanent, and you can't change it unless you go to New Game Plus or something. So it's not this big, you know, game-changing experience that makes everything different like I thought it was going to be. It's just, the enemies do more damage and you take more damage or some shit like that. I think you can just unring it, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you can just unring it, and I did. Because I was like, I don't want that, that's not fun. Yeah, I just undid it. It was really disappointing. Are you not dead yet? Alright. I didn't mean to turn to the camera all epic and shit like I did something cool. It's like a habit to just look away from the enemy while they're exploding. Anyway, yeah. So, while I love Sekiro, and it's a cool game, honestly, I probably should have kept it on. Because while the game was definitely challenging, me and my cousin both finished it around the same time, and we, like, blacked out on each other to avoid, like, accidentally spoiling the game for each other, just in case one of us found something the other didn't. And when we finished, we both met in chat, and I was like, all right, you know, on the count of three, say your ranking of where this falls on the, like, difficulty scale. And we both said it was the easiest game, like, without hesitation, in the Souls series, at least for us. So if I had done the bell, I might have at least gotten to consider the game harder. But then I would have eventually been like, oh, you know what, I did activate that difficulty bell. So maybe that's why. Did I already do this? I feel like I didn't do it, but I must have. Sage's wrist. Wow, no blood vials. Ow! I just hit my Achilles heel on my chair. That wasn't fun. Okay. But, yeah. This is probably just going to be some quick treasure. Maybe not. Really? I didn't dead angle him? Okay. Hey, look, blood vial. It is just treasure. Really, truly. More Sage's wrist, dude. We're not going to run out of Sage's wrist in a really long time. Where was that guy? Why did I pass him up? Okay. Hmm. Wow, blood vials in a chest. How invigorating. Ugh. Murky. Oh. Nope. More Sage's wrist. That's very funny. Is there? Oh, there's a door. Ow! Ow! Who the fuck said, bro? Who the fuck said you could just throw two of those at me? Uh-oh. At least it ain't spiders. Fuck you, bitch. And more Sage's Wrist. That is pretty crazy. We're getting like an insane amount of Sage's Wrist. Wait, whoa. Wait. They must be upstairs. Or below me somehow? Wait, is this where I just came from? Yeah. Oh, man. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at you. Well, that was rude. You dick. Hidden wall. Yay, hidden wall. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Never had one of those before. Just can't get any of it. That's insane. Alright, well that was the end, I think. So we can just so I'm done. Right? Ah, it's a fucking ladder. I don't know, that's too much. Maybe after this boss fight I'll go back and check it out. I just want to not do this. I want to not run around in the same places I was just at. I'm covered in so much blood. Oh, look who it is. Jesus Christ. Oh. Not gonna lie, it's kind of fun to just break his head. Oh, this is great. Yeah, okay, alright, bud. Alright, go to bed. Nice. We'll pop it, even though it doesn't matter. Alright, we'll quickly run through to make sure we didn't miss anything in the side dungeon, and then Bold Hunter's Mark. I think Bold Hunter's Mark probably should not be called Bold Hunter's Mark. It should be called Coward Hunter's Mark or something like that. Because the Bold Hunter's Mark would be the main Hunter's Mark. Okay, wait, hold on. Huh? Wait, what? Huh. This is a little bit of a brain fuck. All right. I guess I didn't realize there was a. What? Oh my god. Was there a hidden wall there? And I came through here. This was after. Yeah, okay. I saw that and ran past it to the rest of the dungeon because I didn't want to open a door that I didn't need to open. Okay. That makes more sense. Jeez, man. And then there was this. And then there was this. And then I don't think there was a door in here. Right? No door over there. This I can't pick up. Yeah. There's bald paper. Okay. Okay, a bullet hunter's mark. And then we'll go back to the dream. And then I have to use the bathroom. Oh, now I wonder, is there anything remotely close to magic in Bloodborne? I've seen PvP encounters, but nothing resembles magic, like casting spells or something. Actually, there 100% is. So, there's this. 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 So you have Sage's wrist. Oh, sorry, not Sage's wrist. Executioner's gloves. That one's decent. It's not the best. Whoops. This is Call Beyond. Augur of Arbrides. And Black Sky Eye. Those are the most spell-like spells. They're hunter's tools. There's also Tiny Tonitrus, but I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say I don't know if I have enough bullets because it costs a lot. Like, look at that. 6 bullets to do that. And if you, I think you can you charge it? No. But still, it costs 6 whole bullets. That's a lot. And there's also this one that coats your weapon in arcane, basically arcane grease, magic grease. This one just does a quick AoE, literal, just like a beast war. You just go boom, like real loud, and it's like a 5-foot radius. And then this one makes you have Bloodhound Step, essentially. But it's just like... Yeah, it's like Bloodhound Step. So yeah. There's your magic. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real fast, so I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know exactly what we can do, because we don't have inflicted organ. We need inflicted organ to do. Let me see. Thumerian ill, cursed Thumerian defilement, lower Thumerian labyrinth. Apparently, inflicted organ can be dropped by or Sage's hair. Like, seriously, just need Sage's hair. Or inflicted organ. Well, hold on. Cursed Thumerian defilement. Is that this one? No. It does say that they're in the Thumeru Ihil. Maybe we can farm them, because I'm pretty sure they'll respawn, right? So if I just kill them in this dungeon, farm that stuff off them, whatever it's called. Can't remember. Oh, hey, TJ. What's the Bloodborne equivalent of the Erd Tree? The Erd Tree. That's a tough one, because I don't really think there is. I guess you could say it's the clock tower. In the Nightmare, it's called the Astral Clock Tower, but in the real game, I think it's just the Yharnam Clock Tower. But it's not really focused on. There's no focus on it the way that the Elden Ring Erd Tree has focus on it, you know? The Erd Tree was kind of the first time they ever did that. Apparently, these dungeons are supposed to have the fucking warriors that I'm looking for. It might just not be in here, I guess. Yeah, I hate to say it, but there's not really an equivalent in Bloodborne. like I said, the closest thing we get is the clock tower. But it's not really the same thing. Wait, what was down here? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, this is okay. Damn. Okay. What's your favorite weapon in Bloodborne, or do you have, or the one you feel comfortable with using? So, I'm very comfortable with this axe because I've used it on almost every character I've played with, I think. As far as comfortability goes, but my favorite weapon in the whole game. So that's the funny thing about Bloodborne, is that there's only, a couple weapons, like a few weapons in this game compared to every other game. Right. And for a while, I used stuff like this Kirk hammer that he's got. Really. And I also used the Ludwig Holy Blade, which is a physical version of this sword. But, well, actually, that's kind of wrong. Because this one turns from a greatsword to a greatsword. It's just one is arcane and one is physical, and one is one-handed and the other is two-handed. But the Ludwig Holy Blade does the the straight sword into greatsword. So yeah, 1 second. I got it. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to figure out where the hell. Because once I find the warrior and I find the closest lamp to him, we're gonna farm that warrior over and over. Okay. Clearly not going to. Is there a side door that I missed? No. I gotta go up a ladder, I guess. Yeah, anyway. That's a little bit of a hard choice. I thought I was gonna really like this Amygdalin arm. Oh my god. And I think Simon's bow blade is cool. So this is the Amygdalin arm. This is the R1 moveset. It's literally just a bunch of slams. R2. This is like sweeping just over and over again. Then you transform it, and it kind of gets this like scythy, whippy thing going on, which is cool. And you can do kind of like mind gaming with it. I thought maybe if you... No, okay. Yeah, anyway. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Anyway. Backstep. So, that one's cool. But I still have yet to feel it out in PvP, so we'll see about PvP with that. The burial blade's pretty cool. But so far, I'm liking this Holy Moonlight blade a lot. So it's after we PvP, I'll be able to tell better. But it's looking like it might be a toss-up right now between Holy Moonlight blade and and he reacted quick. Oh, whoops. Okay. Anyway. And the Amygdalin arm. Woo! Big dumb. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, we're just gonna roll off. Oh, cool, I didn't even take any damage because of that. So, yeah, yeah, unfortunately, I just don't... I'm not in love with any of the Bloodborne weapons. I'm just more... I really like the lore and the... I like the lore and I like the atmosphere, and I'm a big fan of blood gems. And I think I'm gonna like the PvP a lot. Obviously, we will have yet to see, you know, if that's the case or not. Because I've never really PvP'd in this game for real, you know. Oh, good God! I didn't realize this was one of these. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that the warrior is not in the side dungeon. At least not this one. Let's go through the main dungeon. Oh. Weird. Oh. Okay. No hidden wall there. You haven't played this yet, right, Codito? So you you probably don't have a favorite weapon yet. He's gonna be over here, isn't he? Yeah. That motherfucker. Alright. Let's go ahead and figure out which lamp this is. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to figure out how to get there. Okay. Okay, we gotta remember this also isn't a super easy dungeon. Is there may be a better... Of course. Gross.